every year, at least one person dies trying to climb the Great Pyramid. People still try to climb it illegally. And as you can imagine from the bit of the climb you did, you're looking at a 52-degree slope.
Yeah.
So once you get up 100, 150 feet above the ground, if you lose it and fall,
it's over.
You're going to go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's over, yeah.
In the beginning, you have a lot of confidence. The first few tiers of rocks seem pretty easy.
They're not too bad.
But I can imagine you're halfway up and you start looking down, and it is over if you slip.
Totally over. And also, the course sizes vary. Some of them are really no more than sort of hip high. Some of the courses are chest high, so you've got to.
Courses are the blocks.
Yeah, I mean it's laid out in layers. So it looks like a step pyramid now. It wasn't before.
Yeah.
In ancient times, it was covered with facing stones.
And you can see some of the facing stones.
Some of the facing stones are still there down at the bottom of the Great Pyramid. And they give you a sense of how beautiful they were and how magnificently well it was made. But the theory is there's no absolute proof of this, that they came off during an earthquake in, I believe, 1301. And at that time, it's likely that that's when the Great Pyramid lost its summit. Great Pyramid stands at the moment about 450, maybe 455 feet tall, but its original height was 481 feet tall. And you can calculate that from just pursuing the slope of the sides up to the
30 feet came off in that earthquake?
Yeah, so there's a flat platform, or rather even a stepped platform on top of the Great Pyramid with one level and then one level, another level. But the calculation is very simple. You just pursue those side lengths up to where they would meet. And according to that calculation, the Great Pyramid was originally 481 feet tall.
Wow.
So it lost about 30 feet. The question is, was it in fact ever completed? We don't know that for sure.
Right.
But the general view is that earthquake brought part of the top of the Great Pyramid tumbling down as well and knocked off the facing stones. And then, of course, it was used as a quarry by local people.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Because it's very, very, very useful to have all this nice cut stone lying around. And a lot of those facing stones were taken away.
Okay, so after inspiring probably tens of thousands of people to go to the pyramids like myself, you managed to get banned from Egypt?
Yes.
Is it a real full-time ban?
This is not clear to me. We
got to sneak in, Graham.
In my
we got to do one more time.
There's a champion junior that you can bribe.
Dude, we need a carved G Hancock right next to Pete.
I think this would be good. It's very difficult to do that with a film crew, however.
That's a very good point.
This is when it happened. Is that my Netflix series Ancient Apocalypse? We wanted to film an episode in Egypt, which you would have thought the Egyptian authorities would welcome. But when they asked who is presenting the show, and we said that Graham Hancock is presenting the show,
they said no.
They said absolutely no way, and they would not grant filming permission.
Let me tell you something. The Four Seasons in Cairo wants you to do an episode about the pyramids. I promise you.
Yeah, it would bring a lot of interest and a lot of people, but there's a rigid, fixed view amongst Egyptologists about the prehistory and the history of ancient Egypt and what the Great Pyramid is. Questioning that gets you banned.
Yes.
That's the first line of defense against a critic or an alternative point of view.
Yes.
Is simply to deny them access to the site. And I've felt since that happened that I've had my left arm cut off because Egypt has been very central and very important to my work. I hope eventually I will get back in. Could I go as a tourist? Maybe.